Al Halal, La Yahweh, Bahasanya Hawasa, Basamaka Kudash, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Hawasa, the water, Yahweh Basanya Hawasa, Basamaka Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone. Shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the elect. Alright, so I want to talk real quick about this movie that came out on Netflix. A lot of brothers have been making videos about it, talking about it, because hey, this movie is showing you how shit is going to be going down when society collapses. Alright? Alright, leave the world behind. And basically this movie is about, this family right here. This man, this woman, Kevin Bacon, Julia Roberts, they and their two kids. They leave the city of New York, and they go out to like the Hamptons or some shit like that, like an upscale neighborhood. They rent like this mansion, this Airbnb mansion, and the same day that they get there, society starts collapsing. First, the phone lines stop working. The internet goes out. There's no communication at all. So, the first day they don't even notice. But then the next day, this dude comes in, this Jake and his daughter, who they're the owners of the house, and they start corroborating the story that hey, all the lines are out. There's no internet, there's no TV, no nothing. The TV signals are all out, and they're playing emergency messages on the TV. So, this whole movie, man, is basically 2nd Esdras 15, all right? 2nd Esdras 15 goes into societal collapse. All right, let's get there real quick. All right, 2nd Esdras 15. I woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Exactly. All right, that was the beginning of woes right there. All right, and there was a scene in the movie, man, where they were trying to, get back into the city. All right, but all the highways were blocked. All right, by cars. They couldn't get through. I'm trying to find a picture. I don't know why it's not showing up. But all the highways was completely blocked by Teslas. All right. There you go. The highway was completely blocked by self-driving Teslas, and then they also showed another shot where the highways were blocked by other cars too. It wasn't just Teslas. So everybody had to leave their cars, start walking. And the highways were blocked, so they couldn't get into the city. All right, and that reminded me of also 2nd Esdras. All right, verse 17: a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, they were trying to go back, so they once they find out they couldn't, they returned back to the mansion, to the Airbnb. All right. And if there's one thing that pissed me off about the movie is the fact that, this Jake, the owner of the Airbnb, he had he was sleeping in the basement in his own house after he let him back in, like he was some kind of servant, right? While they were in the master bedroom, all right, these two. So he was like a servant in his own house. All right, but that's besides the point. And there was another scene in the movie where Ethan Hawke's his son in the movie got sick. His teeth started falling out, so they needed it. They were looking for medicine for him, and this dude suggested, all right. This dude suggested, oh, I got a neighbor. I know he's a prepper. He probably got medicine. He could probably help us out. So he took him to the house. And what did he take with him? All right, he took a gun. All right, and at first, Kevin Bacon, his neighbor, all right, he wasn't really feeling it. All right, he wasn't like I can't give you that medication. That's your problem. That also reminded me of Second Esdras. All right, it says here. All right, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. He had no pity on him, man. Dude was like, Ethan Hawke was begging, talking about, I'm useless. He said, I'm useless. I don't know anything. I ain't got no skills that could be applied to this new society that's forming, this lack of society. He said, look, I got this $1,000 on me. That's all I got. Hey, so eventually, man, he was like, no, man, I can't do that, man. I got to look after my own family. All right, so it's going to be everyone for themselves. When society finally collapses, it's going to be everyone for themselves. And there ain't going to be no rapture before this happens, all right? Everybody's going to have to go through this. And what happened, Yasharala Ali, whatever his name is pronounced, this dude, he pulls out a gun. He pulls out a gun on Kevin Bacon's character. He said, "Hey, I ain't leaving without that medicine, man." So what does it says here, verse 19? But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. But he didn't shoot him. But eventually, man, he gave in. He said, all right, give me the money. And then he mentioned something about, hey, we're going to have to resort to a barter system because this money's going to be no good. And that's also prophecy. They're gonna throw their gold and their silver in the streets. So they're gonna get rid of that fiat currency, man. And there was also another scene where this character, was talking to Julia Roberts' character, and he was telling her that he has a billionaire client that told him that that they're preparing for a scenario like this, and when it happens, it's gonna be every man for himself, and that this is gonna be a war scenario. They're gonna cause America's enemies are gonna cause America to collapse, and then go into civil war so that they can fight amongst themselves first, and then they're gonna swoop in and go after the survivors. And that's also second Esdras. Second Esdras 15 verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Hey, there was another scene where they were looking at the city, all right, at New York, probably Manhattan or something, and there was a building, man. There was fire, smoke, building on fire, man, and then another bomb dropped. Another building was on fire. Oh yeah, there's another scene where this tanker, beached itself like a whale. And you was hearing nothing but gunshots in the city, man. So it's just pure anarchy, all right? That's what's gonna happen with society, man. When society collapses, it's gonna be nothing but pure anarchy. Every man for themselves, all right? The law of the jungle. Yeah, and even the beasts almost look like they were gonna turn on them. That's also a prophecy that the beasts gonna be turning on people. All right, the deer look like they were about to turn on these two characters right here. They were gonna turn on them. So, hey, the Most High, if the Most High is not with you, man, you're gonna be asked out. All right, you're gonna be asked out in that time, and you might survive. There might be some people out there that could prep that you might survive, but the Most High is not with them. But that just means that the Most High is gonna take them out in another way. Because remember, it's like a man that escaped from a lion, that escaped from a bear. He hid in a house. He leaned his hand against the wall, and then a snake bit him. It's like if one thing doesn't get you, when this tribulation hits, something else could get you. All right, and the stores were all closed. I don't think they couldn't go back to the supermarket. Everything was closed. Everything was gone. Everything's collapsed. And those stores only have like 3 days worth of food. So, hey, once this shit pops off, man, hey, that's gonna be the time to really call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope the video was edifying. Shalom.